Chapter 18 Forest and their Conservation. Forest is a vast land area occupied by the tree of different types, small, medium, and tall, various herbs, shrubs, variety of animals, and microorganisms. Forests hold the maximum variety of world's terrestrial species. According to research, 33% land area of each country should be covered with forest. As per the analysis, around 24.3% land of India is covered with forest. Madhya Pradesh among all the Indian states has maximum area cover under the forest. Dear student, there are different type of forests found in India. For example, in Rajasthan, xerophytic shrubs forests are found. In tropical zone like Western Ghat, evergreen forests are found. In the temperate zone, coniferous forests are found. Ecosystem. An ecosystem consists of living and non-living component. Both these components interact with each other. The living component of ecosystem consists of producer, herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous. Dear student, what are the herbivorous? Herbivorous are the animals which eat only plant products. What are the producer? Producer are the plant which capture the solar energy and transfer it into the chemical energy. And non-living component of ecosystem are light, soil, temperature, and water. Food chain. Dear student, food chain is a chain in which one organism is other organism and eaten by the other organism. In this way, the energy flow from one organism to another organism. This chain is known as food chain. As you can see in the diagram, grass is a producer or green plant are producer. Producer means which can produce the food by capturing the solar energy. The primary consumer like grasshopper eat the grass and energy transfer from plant to grasshopper. And this grasshopper is eaten by the frog, that is secondary consumer, and energy transfer from grasshopper to the frog. And further frog is eaten by the snake and snake is eaten by next hawk. And then this hawk is die. Then it is the dead part of this organism is decomposed by the decomposers, and in this way the energy transfer from one organism to another organism, and this chain is known as food chain. Food web. Several food chains that are interconnected form a food web. As students you can see in the diagram, the plant is not only eaten by only one type of animals. For example, plants is eaten by the frog also, rat also eat the plants, and deer also eat the plants. In this way, the various food chains are interconnected as you can see in the diagram, and the web of these various food chains which are interconnected with each other is known as food web. Energy flow in a food chain. Energy flow in food chain is unidirectional. Unidirectional means एक ही डायरेक्शन में एनर्जी फ्लो होती है. कैसे? The sun is ultimate source of energy on the earth. The plant traps solar energy and convert it into the chemical energy. Animals eat plants and use this energy. In this way, the energy transfer from sun to producer means plants, and then from plants this energy transfer to the animals, and this energy is not revert or back means plant do not eat the animals or the sun do not capture the energy from the plant. So energy flow in a food chain is unidirectional. It flow from the sun to producer, then producer to consumer. Importance of forest. Dear student, forests are very important for us. The importance of forest can be divided into three categories: productive forest, protective functions of forest, and regulatory functions of forest. Now let's discuss what are the productive functions of forest. Human obtained several important products from the forest. For example, wood is obtained from the forest which is used for making the paper and furnitures. Medicinal plants such as neem, amla, eucalyptus, cinchona are also obtained from the forest. Many food items such as fruits, seeds, spices, tea, and coffee are obtained from the forest. Now let's discuss what are the protective functions of forest. Forests act as a shelter for many organisms. Trees slow down the speed of wind, thus prevent the soil erosion. Trees planted along the road and highways help to regulate air pollution caused by vehicles. It also controls the noise pollution. Now let's discuss what are the regulatory functions of forest. Forests help in maintaining the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. As all we know that forests release oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. Forest increases the humidity of air as they transpire and large amount of water vapors to the atmosphere. This regulates the temperature and water cycle. Forests can hold large amount of water which help to recharge groundwater, thus prevent the droughts, and their water holding capacity also keep a check on flood. Forest as self-sustaining ecosystem. Dear student, forest self-sustaining ecosystem कैसे है? Let's discuss. The plant and animal in the forest are interdependent. The non-living components of forest such as light, soil, temperature, and water also play an important role for the survival of the organism. The interaction among the various organisms in the forest is depicted in the form of food chain, which involve the transfer of energy from one level to another level. The soil of the forest also get naturally replenished by decomposition of dead organic matter. Decomposers feed on the dead and decaying matter and convert it into dark colored nutrient rich substance called humus. In this way, dear student, the nutrients are returned to the soil and again used by the plant and trees to develop food for the animal. In this way, forest acts as a self-sustaining ecosystem. Deforestation. The cutting down of the trees on a large scale is known as deforestation. It can lead to the destruction of several plants and animal species. It also leads to soil erosion. The removal of trees on a large scale is also affect the water cycle. So we should conserve the forest. How we can conserve the forest? Forest conservation can be done by taking the following steps. When the trees are cut for timber or for any use, they should be replaced by planting more trees. People living in the rural areas should be encouraged to use the biofuels in place of wood. Overgrazing by cattle should be checked regularly. Introducing fire break is one way of protecting the forest from natural forest fire. Forests have to convert it into conserve areas such as wildlife sanctuary, national parks, and biodiversity park. In this way, we can conserve the forest, dear student. Joint forest management. By joint forest management, one of the most important steps taken is the joint forest management. It is a program or it is a partnership between the state forest department and the local community. It is a program to save the forest, but at the same time it also ensures that the local people depend on these forests do not lose their livelihood. The local people were involved in afforestation programs and they were encouraged to use only non-timber products. Student, this is all about chapter 18. Have a nice day.